Hey guys, MainKiller7 here, the Radical Ranter. Now, there is a game brought to my attention, and this game has always been my all-time favorite first-person shooter. Hell, my all-time favorite game, my all-time favorite game, period. This game, Rise of the Triad, ROTT, R-O-T-T, made by Apogee, back in the 1990s. Now, this game really set a precedent forth for violence, and it was really overlooked at the time of its release because of Doom 2 and Duke Nukem 3D. Duke Nukem 3D, bleh. I've seen the games for it, I've seen the trailers for it, and it's just never really appealed to me. I was more of I was more into Command and Conquer, Blakestone, Doom 2, Final Doom, Rise of the Triad, and Command and Conquer, Red Alert, and those games, Tiberian Sun as well. My all-time favorite game, hands down, has always been and always will be Rise of the Triad, ROTT. Now, they're remaking ROTT. It's called the Rise of the Triad Reboot, and this is a perfect example of a reboot done correctly. Now, I'm not sure how many of you have actually seen the 1990s Batman movies, you know, with the Joker and, like, the Riddler as Jim Carrey, Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze, and whoever the fuck it was that played Poison Ivy. And did a great job, mind you. I mean, those are the original Batman movies that I grew up with. And this Dark Knight bullshit? That's a great example of how to fuck up a series. To me, that's an insult to Batman. Really. It's just, you're gonna call it the Dark Knight. Why not just call it the shit Knight, that insult to Batman bullshit? The Dark Knight sucks. Just pathetic. Now, they did do a good job with putting Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne. That was perfect. I like that. Whoever they put as a Joker just fucked it over. Just bad. They really should have gone a different route with the movies. Now, that's an example of how you don't do a reboot. Another example of how you fuck up a reboot. This stupid dipshit, whoever the fuck is doing this, RoboCop remake. The director needs to be executed. I am a huge fan of the RoboCop series, RoboCop 1, 2, and 3. I've loved it. Loved the movies. RoboCop directives, hated it, sucked, because they had a second RoboCop. What the fuck? I like the 3 movies. The remake, I must be masochistic because I'm going to watch it when it comes out. And more than likely, it's going to be fucked up. Now, staying on the topic at hand, Rise of the Triad Remake. I'm not really sure if I should be overly joyed, ecstatic, in bliss, or if I should be raging and destroying several towns with a firestorm. I don't know, because as I was saying, the Rise of the Triad has always been one of my favorite games of all time. Now, what they're doing with the remake, from what I have seen, perfect. Rise of the Triad had all these games. It never took it so seriously. It was over-the-top ridiculous, just, yeah, let's see how you like this game. It's just, what the fuck? You can't see it. It had, let's see, you start off with a pistol, you grab 2 pistols, or whatever you can get your hands on after that, and in the 95 game, the campaign was ridiculous. Your favorite guns would have had to have been the rocket launchers or the MP40. I mean, the dual pistols, and the MP40, flat out infinite ammo. You could just hold down the trigger and just run through the fucking map. There were certain enemies which, like robots, which the bullets would just go dee 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 dee. You needed a rocket launcher to deal with those guys. And I really want to see how they're going to keep all these elements in the game, because they're kind of doing it with the remake like they did with the original, because Apogee is the publisher here, and Apogee, mad respect for these guys. They're doing it just like they did the original. They keep the cover art. I hope they keep the loading screen. Now, it's still Hunt. You still got the 5 same characters, just redid, and from what I have seen, it's not a disappointment at all. It's being released on Steam. I hope to get a physical copy, actually, because that's just going to be, oh my god, epic. If I can get a physical copy, I'm going to hang the fucking thing on my damn wall. And actually, I'll be hanging it right up here alongside my Soviet battle flag. But you still got the drunk missile, firewall, which exactly what it sounds like. You shoot the thing at the ground, it's just whoo, whoo, a wall of fire. And whenever it hits somebody, cooks them, drops them down in just a pile of charred black bones. That's my favorite gun in the game. Just, oh look, 20 guys, whoo, no guys, okay, where's the exit? That's basically what it was. And you have you got the Dark Staff, Drunk Missile, Firewall, Rocket Launcher, Heat Seeker, Excalibur, because there's a total of 10 guns in the game. That's dual MP and dual MP40s and then pistol. It's not going to count those. And let's see, you got the Rocket Launcher, Heat Seeker, Drunk Missile, Firebomb, there we go, Flame Wall, Dark Staff, Excalibur, God Mode, and Dog Mode. Which, if you add the other 3, that goes up to 12. Just, yeah, that many explosive dog, and yeah, 8 basically shit that blows people up. The Excalibur can shoot baseballs, and it was a melee weapon. Now, from what I've seen of the Excalibur, I never really used it in the game, but you could hit somebody with it and it would send them flying. Or, if it was the kill shot of them, it would blow them up. Just like, kind of like if you hit somebody with a, say somebody's glued in position, you hit them with a axe and it just blows them up. That's basically what it was. The Drunk Missile, it was basically just random missiles that just go everywhere, as if they were literally drunk. I mean, it wouldn't be straight curve, it would be like whoosh. I can remember several times where the damn missiles would actually go curve up, come back down, and hit me. That happened just twice out of the countless times I've played the game. Now, setting on to the remake, they revamped the guns. They try to keep it as close to the original as possible without really fucking up. And it's the same. You run, gun, kill everyone. You can't take cover in this game unless it's like, shoot, dodge back behind the wall, shoot some more. But, I mean, like, it's literally the one you want to dodge side to side and just shoot everybody and hit them with the rocket launcher and just keep on going. From what I've known, from what I've seen, you can use the actual audio of the 90s game while you're playing. So, while you got somebody down on the ground, it's, no, please, don't shoot, bang, and just kill them. From what I've seen, I love this game. It's a good reboot, literally. And they revamped a lot of the guns. They tried to keep it as close to the original, and that's perfect. They kept it pretty much the same. They just revamped the graphics. They kept the same storyline. They still have General Darien, the robot, the guy in the wheelchair, and Oscuro, I think is how you pronounce him. Pronounce the main bad guy is Oscuro. Basically, he's this fucking just head of snakes. I think it's like 8 heads, and it's just nothing but in a snake-like formation. And it's how you kill this guy is you kill all of his eggs, then you kill him. And when I just decided to fuck it, I put in permanent god mode. I went through, shot all the eggs in the back, then blew him up. And it's kind of epic how I can just shoot 10 balls, and 10 of the spirit balls from the god mode, and it just they go back and forth really fast through his head, and they blow it up piece by piece. It's epic. Beating him without cheats, that would be a real test of your skill at the game. General Darien, the first boss you find in the game, is an asshole because you have to dodge these spikes he pulls up from the ground or from the ceiling, and one of the things he says is, "They'll bury you in a lunchbox." And General Darien was a really fun guy to fight, but he was such a dick. Because, I mean, you would line up and go, "Okay, now I got you." He would shoot a rocket at you, and you would go, "Fuck," dodge, and then you would go to shoot, sinks into the fucking ground, and pops out behind you. You're like, "Shit, fire," and then you would kill yourself. But General Darien was a very fun boss, because once you got the hang of how he pops out of the ground, you would okay, fire, got you, run, fire, got you, and he would have just exploded in this nice little pile of guts. His head, arms, legs, body, just blood. And it's amazing. One thing they did with the original that I hope they do with this is the violence level. Because in the original, you have this violence level. You could go none, or it's like, how much blood do you want? How much gore? How much... Do you want to see body police flying the fuck everywhere? Like, you want to see an eyeball flying down the screen. You want to see a hand go that way. You want to see teeth fly over your face. You want to see a foot go that way. Or you just want to see body parts just fly everywhere when you shoot somebody with a rocket and get ludicrous jibs. Is that the kind of shit you want? That's the violence level. And you could say none at all. So, I mean, you would shoot somebody with a rocket and they just go down dead and no blood whatsoever. Or you could have some. There was a lot, or excessive, which I chose. Duh. A lot of people chose excessive. Or, for the parents who got this game for the kids, they could put in the violence password. To where, okay, if you want to play the game, your kid's asleep, you just put in the password, you have unlocked the violence for you. But the kids would never know the password, because you could set it to none, and lock the violence with a password. A violent level password. It was really a neat idea for the conservative type people who didn't want their kids to be drowned in excessive amounts of blood in the game. That was really neat, and I supported that. I still support that today, and I really think people should actually do that. It's amazing. Now, if they put that in the remake, very nice. Very good. Now, they are doing it kind of like the Call of Duty where you gotta look around bullshit. I would still support just the keyboard, shoot every motherfucker you see, with like control being fire, spacebar being action, and the arrow keys. That's what we grew up with. That is the 90s game. That is a real first-person shooter. Those console gamers, they got nothing on us with this game. And it's... Rise of the Triad back in the day, that was the game. That was the game that put Doom to shame with its violence, with its gore. Yeah, Doom may have been hardcore, but Rise of the Triad made it look like kid shit. And, Rise of the Triad now, this remake, it puts Call of Duty to shame. It's just like that map in Modern Warfare 2. You rock in as a Russian, you're like, "Oh, hey, what's up, civilians?" just mow these motherfuckers down. The game puts that to shame, and I love that map. That's just where I walk in as like, remember, no Russian. Just walk in. Oh, hey, guys. Die. I love that map. I love just mowing down those innocents with a gun. And then the cops try and stop us and just shoot them too. But Rise of the Triad puts that stuff to shame now. But the amount of excessive gore and violence and just blood in the game now? Great. That's highly, highly respectable. I like they did that. Now, just keep the violence level and you'll be great. It's definitely controller supported because the earlier one was as well. Now, another game released by Apogee that I would love to see them remake was hands down Blakestone Aliens of Gold, which had 10 maps, 10 levels. Or no, there's episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, episode 4, 5. I think it was a total of 5 maps. 5 areas. Anyway, with Apogee being the lead producer here, and then I think it's Interactive Games developing it, this is good. They're keeping it as much to the original as they possibly can with modernizing it. Of course, now we have clips, yuck. But it does add to the game. In my experience, it's going to make it even funner. Now, as long as we have infinite ammo, we're good. Now, I would like to, and they brought back the multiplayer. That is their main focus with it, the multiplayer, and they're keeping the original modes. And I hope the way you quit the game in the 95, I hope they keep that as well, where you have cyanide gas, guillotine, firing squad, drive your car off a cliff, pull your plug or trap door. Just all these fun ways to leave the game by suicide, basically. You could drive your car off the cliff and you hear this crash. Or firing squad, you get ready, aim, fire. Kind of like you were betraying them. Or like trap door. You hang yourself. The electric chair as well. You could fry yourself. Or you could get your head chopped off by the guillotine. It's just an epic game and all out. And I hope they keep that. They say they're keeping the original modes, which I will link. I will link their Facebook page in the description below. I will also link their main page in the description below. For you guys can check it out if you want to. I will link my Facebook page down in below if you want to talk about the game or talk about something else. Just throw me a message and let me know just send me a message and let me know. The game is epic. I'm very pleased to see it's coming out. I highly support it. I am a little skeptical that they're gonna not make it completely perfect, but as I see now, it's 100% great, perfect, grade A. It's a fucking flawless diamond as I'm concerned. That it's great. They're keeping the 5 original characters. They're just revamping them. Online, you got 15 characters with kind of like, it makes it class-based, really, because like the Enforcer, they're going to be slow as hell, but they can take a lot of damage. The monks as well. Online, you cannot use a pistol. If you can get pistol kills, you got skill. I'll give you that. But it's mainly pistols are not your friends. Dual pistols, MP40. Yeah, it's decent. I got a rocket launcher. Yeah, let's see who wins. If you can kill a guy with a rocket launcher with a pistol, and you two are shooting at each other, you got skill. From what I've seen the gameplay, it's perfect. And it's not really fully done yet. It's on the Unreal 3 engine. Unreal Engine 3. So, they still got some work to do. But as far as I have seen, it's amazing. You don't gotta take my word for it. You don't gotta take my word for it. I'm gonna let you decide that for yourself. If you've ever played the original game, good, and play for it. Get practicing again for the release of the new one. If you haven't played the original, go buy it. It's amazing. If you get it, you will not be disappointed. It has a storyline, but it wasn't really story motivated. It is basically kind of like Doom, a more violent, more intense version of Doom, basically, because Doom had a storyline, so did ROTT, and in Doom you shoot demons and zombies and whatnot. In this, you just kill humans and robots. So it's kind of like the more real version of Doom, yeah, basically. And the game is great. Now, if you're gonna... I'll just stop talking because I could go on and on and on about this game. I can go on and on and on about the remake. But I'll let you guys decide that for yourselves. This is just great news for me. My faith in humanity and the gaming community has been restored just instantly with this. This news, at first when I heard it, I was just like, oh no, they're gonna fuck it up and I'm gonna go on a killing homicidal fucking spree. I'm glad I was wrong. Because that's just... I would have destroyed my town. I would have killed everybody. I like the game. I like what I've seen. I like what I've read. I like what I have found out about this game. Now they need to work on a Blackstone Aliens, a gold remake. I would like to see that. Because that one had a great story. That was basically saving the Earth, and it was a really, really, really futuristic game. You were a agent of Britain, basically. You were a British agent. I'm gonna just throw this video up now because it's just so much to talk about, and my brain's still crisscrossed right now because of all the good news. Don't know really what else to say except fuck A, yes. This has been MainKiller7, guys, the Radical Ranter, out.